see.
Because the land size then was around 4.5
acres
that we were occupying. So you could imagine the population then.
Now let's put this in perspective.
Yeah.
That land was not for the market. It was not owned by you.
Yes, it was a government land. It formed part of University of Gold Coast when we did a search, which means it belongs to Legon.
So that means it's government land.
Government land.
Okay. In June 2021, GhanaWeb reported on something that happened here at the Tetteh Quarshie Art Craft village, and it was a demolition exercise. The entire livelihoods of these traders had been razed down when that exercise happened, and it's been over 2 years now. We're back here to see what's happening. But you know what? Let me just take you a little back to see what actually happened.
On the 8th of this year, on the 8th of January this year, we were here, and then the court bailiffs, police, and then the plaintiff company came that they are coming to take possession of the land. So we pleaded with them. We told them that it's of a short notice because we've been here for over 30 years without any interference. However, we also consulted, or we confined the current Honorable MP, Honorable Lydia Al-Hassan, who also advised us to re-look into the list of the land. So he led us to lands, and then we conducted an official search where we found out that Lands Commission has reserved 1.56 acres of the 7 acres of land here, still for the handicraft market. So we applied to Lands Commission for that 1.56 acres of land to be leased to us, which Land Commission has agreed and have written us a letter, one for the union and one to the district assembly. So as I am talking, we are still in the process of acquiring that 1.56 acres of land, where the district assembly also promised to develop that place where we will be relocated. So when they came first for the demolition exercise, we told them that we know that all the land does not belong to them, so they should go. We are ready to move onto our 1.56 acres so that they can have their portion, but they did not agree. So they came back on the 8th with land guards, police, and then destroy our goods, destroy like 1/3 of the whole market, but then leaving about 1 acre of land. So we told them that we want to go to our 1.5, but they said already they have leveled that place and spent money, so we should remain where we are. So we mobilized ourselves, raised funds, our last resort, and then rearranged and reconstructed our shops. We constructed about 150 new shops within 3 months, and we have just started doing business. Then yesterday we were here, and then they came with police and then excavators and pulled down our newly built structures. My problem is they have been coming to the site since we started the new construction. They did not tell us to stop. They did not say go back to your land. They watch us, we finish everything and have just started business. This time they did not allow us even to take anything. They destroy all our goods. As we are here, we are stranded. We are calling on Ministry of Tourism because that is where we belong. I am presuming in the next 5 years, if government shouldn't take a look at the handicraft sector, we may be importing handicraft from Burkina Faso and other neighboring African countries.
No, you should let us know so that we will know what to do. You understand? But you give us hope. The kids and the government and what all. They say this is what is happening. This is the place that you people have given us for temporary, so that later we talk to the chief and then own the place. You understand me? Just understanding, no information, nothing. I was here 3 days today. The next day I come, everything is scattered, and I don't know why. You understand me? So I also plead to the government to see us and know what you can do to us, because now some of us now they don't know where to go. Even the what is called the new shop that we built, some of our people, they didn't even started working safe. I started the work with this new shop almost 2 weeks now. The market hasn't go anything well with me before this thing. So in fact, I was just confused. So we are asking the government to look for us because we all Ghanaians. You understand me? Once the leader did, then at least you have to do something.
That was Frank Todah 2.5 years or so ago. And he's here again. Frank.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I hope you're doing well.
I'm fine, sir.
And chairman of the Tetteh Quarshie Art and Craft Village.
Market, yeah.
Market.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a walk whilst we have this conversation.
Okay.
I know that it's been well over 2 years since what we just saw happen. But give me a fair idea. Let's go back, flashback.
Yeah.
How was it for you? All the things that happened around that time.
Yeah.
Tell me, what's the experience like when you look back on it today?
Oh, my brother, it wasn't a nice experience. It's just like to say over 30 years, decade of your livelihood have just been taken away from you in a twinkle of an eye. What happens to your family, your dependents? It was a nightmare. You can't sleep. You know, since then, we have been at home for over 1.5 years.
So wait, right after the demolition, you stayed at home for
over one and a half years.
But before we get to that, let me understand a better picture of what the market used to look like. How many of you were affected in 2021?
In 2021, we had 250 craft shops.
Craft shops.
And in each shop, we have not less than 4 people in that shop. Okay. So you can multiply 4 by
so
250 by 4. We are looking at 1,000 something.
1,000 plus.
You know, aside restaurants, every art and craft village need to have a restaurant and bar. Okay. So if you add all those, you could see people who were selling pure water, they are not among these 1,000. But you can just get a picture clearly. It's above 1,000.
I see.
Because the land size then was around 4.5 acres that we were occupying. So you could imagine the population then.
Now let's put this in perspective.
Yeah.
That land was not for the market. It was not owned by you.
Yes, it was a government land. It formed part of University of Gold Coast when we did a search, which means it belongs to Legon.
So that means it's government land.
It's government land.
Okay.
That market, as I mentioned earlier in the video, was situated by AMA, whereby 30 years ago, the artisans were dotted all around the Tetteh Quarshie runabout. And I think that then big man, let me put it like that in Ghana man's language, at AMA then saw the potential in the business. So they decided to situate all of them at that place. And they call it Tetteh Quarshie Art and Craft Market, as it is known.
Because
in
even
Ghana.
This area is actually the Tetteh Quarshie runabout area.
Yeah. Okay. And also, you know, the many hotels and its proximity to the airport and so on and so forth. That what makes it location very, 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 very good for, you know, handicraft business, which also falls under tourism, as we all know. So I would say since then, the market has been flourishing. It has been a home for grooming new artisans. It has been a home for even some young musicians those days. It has been a home for any talented person and art who finds himself in the city of Accra and doesn't have any place to go. The Tetteh Quarshie Art Market used to be a hub for, you know, grooming new talents. Even I personally, completing Pando Secondary School as a visual art student, we know that in Ghana, we don't have industry that will employ a secondary school graduate, an artist. You have to employ yourself. So I found myself in Tetteh Quarshie Craft Village then in 1999. And since then, I have been able to use the market to polish my craft.
It means that you've been working in this market since 99?
Yes, since 99. You know, so I would say that this is where I groomed my talent as a craft person and now one of the most outstanding craft business people in the industry and in Ghana as we speak. So assuming if there were no craft market then, what would I be by now?
Now this is not the only crafts markets
Yeah.
in the Greater Accra region, right?
Yeah.
Which other ones are there?
Well, we have, we used to have Legion Village. We used to have
Legion Village of where?
Around Opebia. It
Okay.
was also demolished, like Tetteh Quarshie Art and Craft Market was demolished. Then we have Art Center, that's National Center for Culture.
That's the biggest.
That's the biggest.
Which is Central
Yeah,
Accra?
Art Center, Accra.
Okay.
But as I said earlier in our earlier encounter, Tetteh Quarshie Craft Market has been the second most largest and most patronized art and craft markets in Ghana and in Accra on record.
Let's bring people here.
Yeah.
Not physically,
Yes.
but what do you sell here? What kind of things do you have in this place?
Honestly, as I said, when you mention the word craft market, you expect to see made in Ghana products.
Are all
mainly.
these made in Ghana?
All these things you see here, let me say 90% are produced right here in Ghana, while 10% are produced in our neighboring countries like Burkina,
Okay.
Senegal,
Yeah.
Mali, and so on. So when you come here, you will find African wear, you will find wood carving, you will find leather work, you will find painting, fine art, ceramics, sculpture.
You do ceramics here as well?
The ceramic, because of space, we do it somewhere,
Okay.
and then we bring them here for finishing.
But
That is,
every other thing like the
the woodwork is done right here in the market. If not 100%, you know, the woodwork industry is like a division of labor. Somebody does the raw carving, somebody does the finishing, somebody does the painting, and so on and so forth. So sometimes you see one piece of art, but it is not completely done by one person. So I would say that mostly 80% of the works are done right here in the market. As you can see, somebody, you know, polishing some art pieces over there. Yeah.
All right. Now, it's been 2+ years.
Yeah.
When that old land, which you said was how big? 1.4?
Like let's say 4 acres.
4 acres.
Yeah.
Now, you've been relocated
Yeah.
to a relatively smaller
Yes.
place. Tell me about this space. How has it been for you?
Well, I would say that our elders say half a loaf is better than none. It would have, a different story would have been told, even if we hadn't gotten this small piece of land. I would say that, yes, I am happy for now that at least we can continue our livelihood, but we wish and plead with government that government should take a second look at the handicraft sector. We need a modern craft village in Accra, in Greater Accra Region. It will solve the unemployment, the armed robbery issues in Accra, because the industry is big and is really lucrative. You know, the white people bought our let me say our human labor, our doctors and so on and so forth. They go there, but our craft aspect is still here with us. We have to take a second look at it.
I see.
Yeah.
Now, I want to know about customers.
Yeah.
From the old side, 4 acre or so,
Yeah.
up to now. Have your clientele changed? Do people still come here to buy?
Honestly, I would say that the advantage we have now is, first we were down, but now we are up. But the truth is,
When you say down, that means when the demolition happened?
no, with the landscape,
Okay.
where we were first, it was down like in
Okay.
a valley. But where we are now is like, let's say, on top. So people can easily see you.
you.
We are also closer to the...
So this is even much better.
Let me say that, because one, unlike the first place, here we took our time. It's a well-organized market,
Yeah,
as you can
this
see.
looks well
Organized.
Okay.
And everywhere is covered. When it's raining, you are there. You don't have to worry about rain and so on and so forth. But our challenge is, you know, when the demolition happened, it went far, you know, across Ghana. So customers think we are no more existing.
Okay.
So I think this will be an opportunity for us to let them know that we thank God. Let me say, government have listened to our plea. They have found a small place for us, but it's manageable for now.
Okay. Let me allow you catch your breath.
Yeah.
We'll just briefly return, and then we'll talk about all the other aspects of the business. This is still Sayitloud on GhanaWeb TV. We'll return shortly.
I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker. I want you. I wanna say yes, I can't resist. I want you. Ooh, I want you, Alpha Cracker. I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker.
I don't make one kasa.
Have a goodness rich in milk and butter. In Alpha Cracker. Yummy and deliciously crunchy.
But I can't resist you.
Alpha Crackers. Simply irresistible.
This advert is FDA approved.
I'm here with Frank Todah. Todah is the chairman of the Tetteh Quarshie Art and Craft Market here in Accra. Frank, now before we went on that break, you spoke about the business now. Relatively better for you all now. What's the future like for you, for every one of you?
Well, I would say that as far as the craft business is concerned, we have a future. But, you know, we as artisans need permanent land or permanent location, you know, to do our business.
What efforts are you making in that regard?
Honestly, our plan here is within the next 5 years, we should be able to raise money by ourselves to acquire land. They said if your parents give birth to you and they cannot take care of you, you have to find a way to take care of yourself. So this is our plan, because with our current location, we know any big development like road extensions and any government development could also affect us again. Okay. So it's like we truly need a permanent place, and I'm hoping that in the next 5 to 10 years, we should be able to organize ourselves for that project. Yeah.
Okay. So we want to thank you. We want to speak to some of the other people here.
Yeah.
I will just randomly speak to a number of the people around here.
Yeah.
Whilst we see, let's see if we can just speak to one of them quickly. Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Please, my name is Etsey.
I'm Mimi.
Mimi, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay. So, Mimi, what do you sell?
If you don't mind, you can
Please.
come with me. Let me show you. So we have a lot of stuffs here.
Okay.
We have the lady bags, key rings, and paintings.
You have paintings. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you were at the old site, right?
Yeah.
And then now you are in this new place. How has the transition been for you, like since then and now?
It has not been easy because, you know, we are not prepared before we were demolished. So, but now things are going better.
Much better.
Yeah, so we are managing.
Is there anything that you would have loved better about this location?
Everything is perfect. But for me, I think the other place is much bigger than here. And I think the shops too are much more than here. But according to the arrangements there, everything is better.
This place is more
because,
orderly.
The other place, you know, customers who go to a certain shop, they will not come here. But here, once the person starts from the beginning, then to the shop. End. So I think
it gives you a better advantage. All right.
So everything is fine.
I'm glad to hear. Please tell me your name.
My name is Sika.
Sika. Okay, Sika, you're also at this market.
Yeah.
Were you also at the old place?
I was.
How is it now? This new market, how is it for you?
At first, in fact, the market was so good at the back over there. But now, because it is new, we are now picking up small.
But people still come around.
Yeah, they
do,
the but not as much as at the back when we were at our previous place.
Okay. But you sell what exactly?
I do clothing, beads, African slippers, musical instruments, drums like maracas, bags, and so on and so forth. I have carvings and then other things. Everything concerning Africa.
That's nice. What would you do with a much bigger place? Because you talked about a bigger space in the old place. What would you do in a bigger space if that was to come to you?
To extend our business. Because our business, we need a very big place to do all the, because we have some, because of the space matter, some of our things are not here.
Okay.
We have big masses, some bigger than even you. Then we have drums bigger than, so the space here is small. Assuming we have all this, you come here, you see traditional drums, the bigger ones, and then the maxis and then everything. But because of the space, that's why you are seeing all these things. And we still have stuff in our shop, in our storerooms. Because of the space limitation. That's why we have these limited products here.
Bature is also one of the people here. Bature, now you are, what do you sell here?
I sell beads and design beads.
So there's a difference between beads and the design beads?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we have the raw form.
Okay.
And the one that we design as a necklace.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I see a lot
because
of colorful ones.
If it is
here.
like this, some people can use it, but some would like to
blend it
and then create a certain design that will suit somebody.
How long have you been doing this business?
Oh, I've been doing this business for over 27 years.
Ooh, that's a lifetime.
Yeah.
And it's brought the benefits as you would expect.
Yeah, but because I use that one to take care of my children.
Okay. And that's helped you?
Two are in tertiary.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's the same work that I do.
Okay.
So which means it has brought
at least it's brought in some.
Yes.
That's really good to hear.
Yes. Because I've invested in them through this business, which means
wonderful.
Yeah.
We're just taking a look back on 2 years and over when the demolition happened in your bigger space, and now that we are here. But tell me what the dynamics have been since then and now.
Since then, business has gone down. Even at the time, I have an order to do.
All right, within the time?
The time, yes. I have prepared the item, they are there, and then all of them.
So what,
that
were
money
destroyed? Were they?
That was destroyed. It was a shocking thing that we did not expect that thing will happen at that period. And then it happens. I'm at home. Before I got here, everything is gone.
But now
the investment that I made in it, all is gone. So.
But here you are. You have a new place now. How
starting
things
gradually,
are picking up? Small.
Things are now picking, not
as fast as. Okay. So, is there anything else in particular that any of you are looking for from government or any of the state authorities with regards to your trade and your crafts?
You know, everybody needs assistance from the central government. You know, like what you're doing now is also impact to bring people in. Ours is the government should put eyes on this sector. It will take up this unemployment issue. Yeah, so I'm looking at government should just
focus more on this area.
Because if you go to Ethiopia, there are graduates. If you go to these francophone countries, I'm telling you, that's the business that they do. It takes a chunk of the youth from the street to that sector. So the central government will not be burdened on certain. It will reduce even some of the unemployment. Yes.
All right, but thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm glad that at least you're back on your feet and you're going about your business on and on. Yeah. So this elderly woman also sells here. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
But I could like before. Uncle on a general over shop yama.
And we are Pomo le Majana Yon Wofa, which Wofa shirt away. The view of our Jonue, play Yon Wofa Jonue, Yamajana, Ajana Batakaliwe. Ajana Unchofe Atisu walking stick.
Okay.
All
right. Mino Aniba Magia fee over Kakami shop so like all and Ami cho 2021 Kaka said if you are lucky in your business.
Yeho Mao Elemetai. The man and the Maori. No me job I did. I'm a good woman at Tumba.
I'm no plan na one.
No, I make okay me do store way. I make a temba ho store. Ela bena e ga bete vo. O ba gboro na mi be mi fofu mi aroko we anyi gba lape. Mi fofu mi aroko we. Ami bete ma fofu re do me. Ko be mi wa store new. Ame si ame blen ga ba ko wa store. Me la fe me ko enyi me den dan. Ko bo o le store kaka. Bo o le store kaka. Ebe o le store kaka ma fai. Budoza. Bo van we do. And the awo nkume mum atebe matrona to come na step enu e ko be soja o le tura si police o le tura si no kaijo america maten fonu ne ma o le gbo we ame o fa gba be tevo me be o la tinu si anu dugu kan ti be de ka no si anu vo be te ko ba no fa me for 2 years today Edefo na mi. Fifia ma wo menu be vetare. Mi ko e file. Leke amowa va ma won plan. Deka akele o lebe ne o vare o mele papa sibo. Akema utai amesi amadu.
Okay. You've seen a picture from 2021 and then what the situation now is at the Tetteh Quarshie Art and Craft Market here in Accra. What these traders are telling us is that, well, they're still in business. So you can come around here and transact business with them. And of course, to the government, the message is clear. Perhaps this is a time for some negotiations to be able to give these people their own permanent place. This has been Sayitloud here on GhanaWeb TV. My name is Atisu. Until another time, be kind to one another.